We heard the beginning of the Sermon of the Mount in last Sunday's Gospel, and we will continue to hear it this Sunday and next until the beginning of Lent, which is only 10 days away. So, get your eating, drinking and being merry in before Lent catches you out. Last Sunday we heard the Beatitudes, in which Jesus is directly addressing the crowd who have come to that mountain to hear him. And he began by congratulating those among them who were merciful, gentle, pure in heart, etc. This Sunday he continues to praise them and underline their importance in the new world which he is creating, the kingdom of God on earth. They are members of that kingdom. Their mission is his mission. He is the light of the world, but in him they too are the light of the world. He is the Easter candle from which our candles are lit when we are baptized and when we celebrate the Easter Vigil. That mysterious, wonderful moment when the single flame of the Easter candle is divided and spreads around the church, around the world. Of course, in all these sentences I've just spoken, I've spoken of them, the first disciples who listened to that sermon. I really meant us. By coming to church and listening to the readings, not necessarily to the sermon, we too find ourselves on that mountain. Jesus speaks of the stupidity of hiding that light under a basket. It must be allowed to light up the whole house, to spread through the world. But he also comes up with a particular phrase, a city set on a hill. This image has a fascinating story, particularly in America. It was first used in 1630 by John Winthrop, a leader of the Puritan settlement in the New World, which became Massachusetts. Before he and his companions set out from Southampton, he preached a sermon in which he warned his fellow Puritans that their new community would be as a city set upon a hill. The eyes of all people are upon us. Meaning, if the Puritans fail to uphold their covenant with God, then their sins and errors would be exposed for all the world to see. He continued, so that if we shall deal falsely with our God in this work we have undertaken, and so cause him to withdraw his present help from us, we shall be made a story and a byword throughout the world. The image of the city set on a hill was taken up by at least 3 different American presidents, Kennedy, Reagan, and Obama, who sought to inspire their countrymen to reach for the highest standards and for their country to be a beacon of hope for the world. Pause. It's up to you to judge how that project is going at the moment. But let's leave American politics aside. We ourselves, as the church, as Christians, should be a city on a hill. What about the salt? All 3 synoptic Gospels, Matthew, Mark and Luke, have this verse or something very similar. You are the salt of the earth, but if salt has lost its taste, what use is it? Salt is vital to life, but it has other qualities apart from giving taste. And we know that generally most of us eat too much salt, which food manufacturers put in their products to bring out the taste, or perhaps as a substitute for the natural flavors of fresh food. Salt is also used as a preservative to keep food from going off. How do we apply that to our lives in the church? Certainly we have a great treasure in our faith, or to keep the metaphor going, a sumptuous banquet which we can enjoy ourselves and we can invite others to share. But we have to ensure that it is attractive to those others, that it has a flavour like no other human philosophy or moral system. To do that, we have to steep ourselves marinate ourselves in the richness of what has been prepared for us and handed down to us, if it is to give real nourishment to others. We need to be the salt for our generation, to bring out the goodness to our contemporaries and to preserve that richness for those who come after us. Later in Matthew's Gospel, we hear Jesus saying something similar, that the kingdom of heaven is like the yeast a woman takes and hides in 3 measures of flour until it is all leavened. So here's the to-do list for this week. Go out there, be a light to the world, the salt of the earth, and the yeast in the flour.